Jonathan Majors. He's set to go to trial August 3rd. I believe it's in New York City on an assault case. This is an A-list actor. He is the main villain in all of the upcoming Marvel movies. Kang. He was also the antagonist in the Creed 3 movie. This guy's A-level. And, he's now about to go to court on an assault charge. I believe it is a domestic charge at that, which can ruin everything for him. And he's claiming it didn't happen. What do you know about this case, and how do you think it's going to turn out?
Yeah, it's kind of the same situation with Soulja Boy in the sense that it's he said, she said, right? It appears that they were in the backseat of a car, whether it's a taxi or a private car, and he got a message. And the girlfriend wanted to see the message. I think everybody is kind of, okay, that happened. And then the stories diverge. She's saying that he got mad and hit her in the head with an open hand, causing a laceration behind her ear, bruising, hurt her hand. She was saying that, he grabbed her by the throat. Very serious allegations, especially for someone, like you said, in the public eye. Now his version is a lot different. And when he goes to court, his attorney has made clear that they plan to present evidence showing that he never laid a hand on her. They are going to say that they're saying that they're going to have the driver of the car who's going to testify that, he never hit her, he never slapped her, he never touched her. In fact, it was her. It was her who was hitting and scratching and attacking him, trying to get to that phone. Now, none of us were there, but we can all imagine a situation where a man and a woman sit in the backseat of a car and the man gets a text message. Usually, if that happens, it's not going to be the man initially who's going to haul off and hit the woman in the side of the head. Usually, it's going to be the woman who tries to grab the phone, and now there's a fight over the phone. One of the arguments that Jonathan's attorney is going to say is they have text messages where she recanted her story and admitted that she was the one that caused the incident. Now, when you read the text message, it's not so definitive, because what she's saying in there in part is she says, well, I'm going to tell the cops that it was my fault for trying to grab the phone. You say, well, fair enough. But if I'm in the back seat of the car with my wife, and then I get a crazy text from my side chick, and my wife grabs the phone, how is it that she's getting these lacerations behind her ear? Right? Just because my wife grabs my phone doesn't give me the right to to kind of go upside her head, right? And it might be a reaction. It might be something that's unintentional, and he might not have done it at all. But they're saying that the text messages show that he's innocent. They're saying that the driver showed that it was her who was trying to get to that phone. They've got surveillance videos of her at the club the same night. And she was saying that her hand was injured during the altercation. Well, she's at the club grabbing drinks from the bar using that same right hand. She's at the club with the iPhone, using it same right hand. How is your hand so injured from this incident if you're at the club same night using all of your hand? And, the next day, back up. He gets arrested by the police officers, and the police officers are in his house. and they've got body cam footage. And this is another piece of evidence or information that Jonathan wants to use to prove that he's innocent of these charges, is that number one, the officers are commenting about how nice his house is. And the implication is, how do you have, such a fancy place being a black guy? Because they didn't recognize him. Also, the woman can be heard talking to the officers where she's saying that she doesn't remember what happened. What's the problem? She says that 19 times. Well, what does that mean? That she says that she doesn't remember what happened, and then the cops are asking her again. I don't remember what happened. Asking her again. I don't remember what happened. Jonathan's like, why are you interrogating this lady? She's already told you that she doesn't remember what happened. In fact, she told you 19 times. Why is it that you will not stop asking her these questions until she tells you something? You're trying to coach her. You are trying to get her to say something that will give you probable cause to arrest this man. He's like, listen, how can I be guilty of this when I'm the one that called the police? She was asleep from that night in the club, half naked in my closet. Why is she sleeping in my closet? Because she threw up on the bed. Right? This lady is not stable. He probably really, if we're honest, and a lot of us men get in this situation where we're dealing with crazy women. It never works out long term. Shouldn't have been dealing with her knowing how she is, but now he's in this situation. Now, he has filed a domestic abuse complaint against her. And the NYPD is taking it seriously. In fact, they've issued an I-card, an investigation card, which gives them probable cause to arrest her. Now, I'm not sure if they've effectuated that arrest or not. I don't think they have. But as it stands right now, they can go and have her arrested, which is common. I always see this so many times when couples, whether they're dating or whether they're married, a lot of couples fight. And I mean fist fight. That's the way we don't talk about it, but a lot of couples, that's the way they resolve their disputes physically, especially when alcohol is involved or drugs are involved. In this case, this lady was taking all these pills. She was at the bar with all these drinks. She's a dancer, right? So it's not like she lives a conventional life. And a lot of times things get mutual, where the woman will attack the man and then the man responds, and now they're both bruised up. Now they're both scratched up. Now they both go to jail. That's super common. A lot of times it's more common, if we're honest, that the men go to jail because there's a bias, right? But it's super common, even if the woman doesn't go to jail, that it's kind of a mutual combat situation. At any rate, the officers in New York now have the probable cause to go arrest her. Are they going to go arrest this woman? Who knows? But they can. They probably will at some point, but it's probably not a high priority. So like you said, we got Jonathan. He thinks he's going to be found not guilty. These are misdemeanor charges, and he's walking into the courthouse with Megan Good on one hand, which is fine, but then in the other hand, he's holding a Bible. And I'm like, all right, if Melly enters a courtroom holding the Bible, I get it. If Lucci enters a courtroom with a Bible, I get it. You got these misdemeanor charges, but you can leave your Bible at home, right? This is for the optics.
To his credit, I mean, he's an actor. He don't have a reputation to protect. And,
You're right.
And from what I understand, Megan Good is very much into the church. She was married to a minister. So maybe she's like, listen, buddy, you need to bring God with you to this courtroom.
Maybe it's me. Maybe I'm cynical, haven't been an attorney for 20 years. But to walk into a courthouse on a misdemeanor charge holding the Bible is a little for me. Maybe it's me. Okay, maybe you're right.
He ain't worried about his street cred.
Like for a misdemeanor, like I get pulled over for a ticket and I'm walking in with a Bible. Okay. But that's not to be fair, because again, like you're saying, even though this is a misdemeanor case, a lot is riding on it.